Some love ballads are natural and organic, while others are overproduced and overbearing. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 cheesiest love songs. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're focusing on the cheesiest love songs of modern pop culture, songs that rely on cliches to guide listeners on how and when to feel. For the record, we're not saying that these songs are necessarily bad, but we understand why some people might think that. Number 10, I'll Make Love to You, Boyz II Men.
Close your eyes, make a wish.
Given the rather direct title, one could raise questions about the underlying intent of this Boyz II Men chart topper. But here's the thing, the fellas submit to your demands, so the romance is real and genuine, especially when there's a fire and some red wine involved.
I'll make love to you like you want me to, and I'll hold you tight.
Written and produced by Kenneth Babyface Edmonds, the track works best probably after a few drinks. On a fundamental level, however, the lyrical content reeks of its time, and the narrator of this love story is apparently just an innocent bystander until it's time for some good loving. So, there's somewhat of a paradox involved, as the passive-aggressive and cheesy approach would likely ruin the evening in real life. Number 9, God Must Have Spent a Little More Time on You, NSYNC.
Can this be true? Tell me, can this be real?
This was the third single off the eponymous US debut album from NSYNC. Considering its slowed-down tempo, Christian themes, and overly sentimental vibe, it's not too hard to see why.
Your soul is like a secret that I never could keep.
While the Carl Sturken and Evan Rogers penned track was their first to crack the Billboard Hot 100's top 10, arguably no other lyrics from the tune will make you cringe as much as the crooning of
In all of creation, all things great and small, you are the one that surpasses them all.
Then there's the unoriginal coming-of-age story of its accompanying music video, which doesn't really help. Maybe they should have spent a little more time on this song.
I must have spent a little more time on you.
Number 8, All Out of Love, Air Supply.
I'm lying alone with my head on the phone, thinking of you till it hurts.
Composed by Graham Russell and the legendary Clive Davis, here's a song that relies heavily on its dramatic chorus. Sure, most people can relate to the central message of Air Supply's love ballad, but it's not often that you'll hear someone singing about carrying your smile in their heart. We get it, Air Supply, you're all out of love. But why? It's a song with a catchy hook, but the lyrics don't exactly depict a timeless romance. Instead, it sounds like an overly sensitive guy over-examining the smallest of details. You can almost hear the girl saying, "Dude, just chill, man."
I sometimes see you pass outside my door.
Number 7, Hello, Lionel Richie.
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
Now let's just take a second to think hard about this 80s love song where Lionel Richie undresses a woman in his mind. No, he doesn't actually know the woman, but he'd like to, and he just can't help but wonder if maybe she's feeling his vibe.
I long to see the sunlight in your hair.
It's never a good look to publicly express your obsessive love for a random individual, but Lionel didn't seem to care when he wrote this cheese fest of a song. It's borderline stocky, but the romantic vocals make it seem as though Lionel is just your normal guy that may or may not be following your every move.
Hello, is it me you're looking for?
Number 6, Wind Beneath My Wings, Bette Midler.
It must have been cold there in my shadow.
To be fair, there's nothing wrong with appreciating the core message of this song. Even so, Wind Beneath My Wings gets cheesier and cheesier with each passing line.
I can fly higher than an eagle.
The track was actually written way back in 1982, and the lyrics are indeed emotional, but there's a fine line between poignant words and pretentious lyrics.
Did you ever know that you're my hero?
Of course, the film Beaches adds to the pop culture relevancy of this song, but when listened to on its own, Wind Beneath My Wings becomes even more cheesy and self-involved, as Bette wails on about flying high and such.
You are the wind beneath my wings.
Number 5. Hero, Enrique Iglesias.
Would you dance if I asked you to dance?
Released 1 week before 9/11, this love ballad was recorded to emphasize Enrique's truly emotive vocals. And so, this equates to a sublimely cheesy and whispery introduction, complete with over-exaggerated vocals and a little Spanish guitar.
I can be your hero, baby.
And it wasn't only Mr. Iglesias who cooked this thing up, as it actually took 3 grown men to write the existential lyrics, of which Enrique communicates with such passion.
I will stand by you forever.
It's not like he didn't realize the inherent cheese factor, as Enrique even owned up to this song during an interview with Ryan Seacrest, but there's something laughable about these supremely lustful lyrics.
You can take my breath away.
Number 4. Truly, Madly, Deeply, Savage Garden.
I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy.
When you think of effective love songs, there's often a balance between the narrator's desire and the qualities of his or her partner. In this selfish love song, however, it's all about me, myself, and I.
And I wanna stand with you on a mountain.
Seriously, Savage Garden singer Darren Hayes rattles off every fantasy and dream he can think of, only to drop references to mountains, the sea, and the sky during the chorus. There's a hypnotic quality to the sound design and the tone of the vocals, but the lyrics make it seem that Truly Madly Deeply was written specifically for weddings. And don't even get us started on their other hit, I Knew I Loved You. Number 3. Everything I Do It For You, Bryan Adams.
Look into my eyes, you will see.
To be fair, the lyrics aren't that cheesy, but the vocal delivery simply crosses the acceptable line.
Such a heart.
And don't forget about the guitar interlude that precedes the emotional climax, in which Adams' impassioned vocals lead to a moment of complete silence. It's a rather clever song when you think about it, as it instructs the listener when to confront those feels through overtly dramatic moments.
Yeah, I die for you.
Remember though, this was the early 90s, and the remnants of late 80s monster ballads could still be felt in the studio.
Everything I do, I do it for you. I'll never break.
Number 2. I Swear, All for One.
And I swear by the moon and the stars and the stars.
Originally recorded by country singer John Michael Montgomery, this song received an all-for-one update via some textured harmony. Like most cheesy songs, the lyrics reference the earthly elements, you know, just to let you know how much the passion burns.
By the moon and the stars and the stars, I'll be there.
We're not saying that these R&B crooners aren't talented singers, but the collective vocal drama and saxophone is too much for the human ear. Then again, it's representative of that distinct early 90s pop sound. But just when you think you can't get any more cheesy, in comes a classic 90s key change that drives the cheese factor all the way up.
I'll be there for better or worse.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Do anything for love, but I won't do that. Every rose has its thorn. I've forgotten what I started fighting for.
Number 1. My Heart Will Go On, Céline Dion.
Every night in my dreams, I see you.
With all due respect to the fictional Jack and Rose of Titanic, the reality is that Celine Dion never wanted to sing this cheesy love song.
I didn't want to record the song.
You didn't want to do that song?
No.
My Heart Will Go On?
Written by the acclaimed songwriter Will Jennings and the late composer James Horner, there's a heavy amount of flute in My Heart Will Go On. Yes, flute. So much that most pop singers would probably walk away without knowing the context. But Celine and My Heart Will Go On were meant for each other, as the world needed a highly dramatic theme song to overemphasize the relatively short romance of Jack and Rose. This song was specifically designed to be cheesy, and all parties involved succeeded with their work.
My heart will go on and on.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.